welcome to the Oh Hell Yeah podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Oh Hell Yeah. I'm Eddie, Della, Siepe.
Brent Flyberg reporting for duty.
We're here in beautiful, beautiful Spider House Rule Studios. Before getting the episode, do us a favor, subscribe to the podcast, hit the notification bell, get notified every time an episode comes out. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify, don't forget to follow the show and leave a review. It helps the show grow. Brenty, how are you?
And we're growers, not showers. Don't forget.
Yes.
So help us grow. I'm doing great.
Nice. Where are you going after this? You're going to a concert, right?
I'm going to a concert. Going to see Jamie XX at the Shrine Auditorium.
Who and who?
Jamie XX from the XX.
Oh, man. I mean, I see XX only go one way with my mind, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be hardcore.
Oh, really? You're swearing too early in the podcast.
I know. I started.
I gotta bleep that.
Hardcore lovemaking.
There you go. Hardcore porking.
Hardcore porking. How can I forget porking?
Oh, porking.
Hardcore porking.
We did some soft porking. Imagine, no one. You can only do porking hardcore.
No, there's no gentle porking. Can't have softcore pork.
We gentle pork. Go with the lady?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna dance the freaking night away.
I've never danced with my woman.
When was the last time you danced?
My wedding.
You didn't dance with your wife at your wedding?
I danced with my wife at my wedding.
You danced with me at your wedding. Not your wife.
May I cut in? What's you and your girlfriend? Like, can you dance with your wife? She's fine. Yeah. I'm not really a dancer. I'm more of an observer.
You don't strike me as a dancer.
You know me. I like to look. I like to judge, belittle, and peg.
Yeah. You're on the sidelines making fun of guys like me.
Yeah.
Dancing our little hearts out.
You're in the field playing the game. I'm in the stands saying I could have done that, but I don't want to because you look like an idiot. So that's just where I live.
Yeah.
I live in those stands.
I live on the dance floor. When I was single, that was the most effective way to like get into a conversation.
Are those days done? I think those days are done when you can just like, if you're like in a packed bar on a dance floor and you can just kind of shimmy behind somebody and they'd be like, oh, you're kind of hot. And then you start like dancing and making out. Are those days done?
I think they're done for us.
No. What? Why? Are we of a certain age where I can't just rub against a stranger anymore?
Well, you don't even like dancing. So it's been over for you.
I never said I was dancing. I'm just going to rub.
You're just going to shimmy and rub and make out.
Just like, I'm not here to dance, I'm here to rub.
Yeah.
But there was a time. Is that are kids even doing that anymore?
That's a great question. I don't know. I don't know what the kids do.
Because that's assault, isn't it?
They're all on YouTube. Well, I think there's a way to do it that's not assault. You dance in their general direction. You make eye contact.
Oh.
If it's reciprocated, then you can approach.
Because in the early 2000s, guys were like going up to women and they're just kind of dancing behind them, just a little brush, and she's like looked over and like, okay, he's kind of cute.
Yeah.
And then one thing led to another ideally, and you're full on making out.
I think that was kind of always iffy.
Right.
But, if you did it responsibly and kept enough distance, left enough space for Jesus, and then got the okay, then it was okay.
I remember growing up, we went to this pub that was called the Peel Pub back in good old Toronto where I'm from.
T-Town.
The
Six.
The Six. Oh, yeah. So I remember... I was like I didn't really drink, don't really dance, don't really have a lot of fun. But I had a buddy.
What were you even doing?
I had a buddy that was like real, like he just, had a good time.
Yeah.
And
sort of a proto Brent.
Yeah, just like a Brent in the making. And I remember him meeting a woman on the dance floor, and at this one bar that had like it was like it was kind of packed. And I watched it all happen in real time. I watched him kind of grooving a little bit, brush up against, smiling at a girl. And then next thing you know, they're full on grinding. Next thing you know, they're full on making out. Next thing you know, he's like leaving with her. And I was like, I watched it all happen in real time because I have a staring problem.
Of course, yeah.
And I literally watched the whole thing happen, just nodding my head, being like, and now kiss him. Good. Now you touch her.
Yes.
And then he left with her.
Yeah.
And I was like, but he's our ride.
Yeah, but when you're the Eddie in that situation, you got to find a ride home.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
And then he came back with her.
Where'd they go?
That's what I was saying. And then I didn't really ask any questions. Like I was like, You can't be that guy. You can be like, you got to tell me everything.
Tell me everything.
The guys don't do that.
Let me smell your fingers.
Guys, I don't really ask. When I was single, my friends were single, I didn't want details.
No, I don't need details.
I think men just want to know if it happened.
Yeah, did you?
Did you? And they go, yep. And I think that's as far as it goes.
Nice. High five.
High five, an embrace, maybe a hug. But after that, it gets creepy. If you're like, hey, what happened last night? Oh, I hooked up with her. Tell me everything.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Did you go down on her?
Did you go down on her? Did she go down on you?
Did she? Well, the question we should be asking is, did she climax? Were you a good sex partner, my friend? Did you get her there?
Approximately how long did you last? Do you have an approximate time? Is it within a range of 10 to 20 minutes? What do you mean you don't know? You don't keep track of this stuff?
Did you not start a stopwatch on your phone?
Yeah, you don't look. You don't glance at your watch.
Did you not count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
So anyway, then after the night was teetering towards the end, we went back in his car. He gave me a ride, and two other guys grabbed another ride for someone else. So I go, what happened to that redhead you were talking to at the bar? He's like, she blew me. And I was like, wow. And now I'm here, sitting in your car.
Well, kind of a downgrade for you.
Oh, wow. Just like, I'm just, okay. Right in here, huh? Cool. I wish you didn't know. This is why you don't ask questions.
Yeah, you don't need to know
I don't need to know anyway. This is why men don't ask.
No, we don't ask. We have a don't ask, don't tell policy.
Yeah, that's how it is. I treat it like the military in the 90s. Don't ask, don't tell. But I never really had days where I even met a woman after a show on the road.
Really?
In my single days. No, never.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Maybe the energy I give off is just...
Yeah, it could be you.
No, it's probably them.
Yeah.
No,
it's every girl you met. They had a problem. They couldn't. They had a tough time with intimacy. That's not your fault.
No,
they couldn't open up.
They couldn't open up. They probably looked at me on stage thinking, "Oh my God, out of my league."
Yeah,
totally unattainable. Even though we repeatedly asked, "Any single women here?" And then again, he asked if any single women here. Who here's single? And
repeatedly kept saying, "I guess I got nothing to do after the show if anybody's not busy."
Yeah. Oops, I'll be selling my room key to my hotel room for merch.
Come to the merch table. I'll give you my phone number, my email address.
Then he asked, any women in here haven't been laid in 6 months? Scream, moan, tell me no. Anyway. Okay, so let's get into a little bit what's happening in the news.
Okay, hit me with some news.
Now, 2025 has been a year that already, we're 22 days in. What's going on is unbelievable.
Unbelievable. January 3rd, I stepped in dog poop. Did I tell you about this?
What?
Yeah, leaving here.
This year is fucked.
Yeah, leaving here, Eddie. Somewhere near the front of your house, I stepped in shit and got in my car and got 5 blocks away before I was like, "What is that stink?"
Wow.
I realized I had stepped in shit and smeared it all over the bottom of my, the floor of my car.
Well, you can rest assured though. The good thing about Los Angeles, you don't know if it's human or animal.
It could be a person.
So you can go to bed knowing that's okay.
Yeah, it's weird thinking. Boy, I hope I stepped in dog shit. I sincerely hope this is dog shit.
LA, Portland, New York, Seattle, any city that's really big, actually.
Honestly, any city you might want to live in, also, and I might want to live in, also, your human shit on the street is unfortunately part of that.
Any city you live in where the lattes are over $5, you step in poop, you have to say to yourself, God, I hope that was dog.
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh man, I hope it was dog. You look down like, oh man, I hope this dog was on a heavy corn diet.
Yeah, and it's LA, so maybe this dog was on like a very fancy diet.
Yes.
Maybe it's all organic. Maybe that dog eats better than I do.
Yeah, maybe. Sometimes, you know what? Sometimes I buy dog food for my dog and I read the ingredients. I'm like, should I be eating this?
Yeah, why not?
This is like, all natural. He's not going to tell anybody.
No, it probably needs salt, but that's it.
Not even. I mean, you could really just dip it in some. Anyway, the point is, dog treats are good.
Yeah, we like dog treats. We don't think it's weird if you eat dog treats. That's all.
What were we talking about? Oh, this year.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a new president.
Mm-hmm. I've heard of him.
Yeah, a new president. And everything that's going on in America right now, one thing I will say, it really is a land of diversity in that we really do have every type of person in America.
Go
we
on.
have this is a melting pot full of people from all over the world, different types of people. We even have African billionaire Nazis.
It's true.
We really do.
We really do.
Autistic billionaire Nazis.
Yeah, we got it all.
What country has that?
Yeah, name one other country.
Sorry, can't name it.
Canada certainly doesn't.
No. And you know what? There's some are trying, but they can't get to the billionaire part.
No. Yeah, that's the last step.
That's the hard part. If you want to be an African Nazi, okay. Kanye did it, but but Kanye is not a billionaire. Not yet. Oh, close.
Well,
close.
I think he maybe. Yeah, who knows?
Maybe after
he almost can't be.
Maybe
now.
after the Nazi, you lose the billions.
Maybe. Yeah, he's the first one to go full Nazi and keep the billions for now.
No, I think Adidas dropped him, so he lost a lot of money.
I think so too. Yeah. I think he lost a lot of money.
What a fall from grace.
Yeah.
But anyway, the salute. Obviously, you got to talk about the salute. The salute is kind of like there's people going to listen. I'm not an Elon fan. You're not an Elon fan. And you know what? There was a moment where I was like, should I get a Tesla? Thank God I didn't get a Tesla.
Yeah. My roommate's been flipping off everybody he sees driving a Tesla.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing with the Tesla, okay? If you don't agree with him politically, you think he's a goober and an oligarch, tech oligarch, okay, fine. But as we know in Los Angeles, there's rolling blackouts. Sometimes the power goes out. What are you going to do?
I have no idea. Yeah, what do? You
get a generator?
Big battery.
No, I don't know.
Hook it up to your portable phone charger.
Yeah, my Apple one.
Like 100 of them.
Yeah.
That'll get you 5 miles.
I don't know. I think the electric car is kind of a scam. I think it's not what people
who
think
else
it is.
thinks that?
Cash Patel.
Donald Trump. He's nobody gets incentives to buy an electric car anymore.
No, but what I mean by scam is that like the battery life on it is never exactly what it really is. If you're on the air conditioner, if you're on the radio, if you're like going in like, I don't know, if you're not on the freeway, you're stop and go, the battery is really lower. I knew a comic who got like, I think he got like a Volvo or an Audi, and it was like electric. It's like 220 miles per full charge.
Yeah.
But then you run the AC, you do this, you do that. The actual charge was 150, 140. So it's kind of that's what I mean by scams. Like it's not exactly what it is.
It's a scam, and I still think that they're useful. I think if you live in the suburbs and you can get that hookup in your house, you should get an electric car.
You know what I think it should be? I think it should. I don't know if I could go full electric. I think in America we cling on to certain things. Like you're not going to take my gas-powered car.
Yeah.
But I think we should ease into it. Every public transportation should, and maybe like Waymo should be electric.
Yeah. And we're getting there. A lot of the buses are.
Because they're always on the road.
They're always
on the road. But anyway, good old Elon.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy to see.
Was that nuts?
And that's the thing is he does it once and you're like, I think everybody, look, we've all ended up in a position where our hand is in the air.
Yes.
In a particular, we've all ended up there.
You're in a rally. You're trying to take back the government. You're storming with some friends in your militia gear. Your hand goes up in a salute. It happens.
It happens.
We've all been there. Specifically, a certain amount that are now free have been there.
We've all been there.
Okay.
But then to just like, because I think we've all ended up where you just sort of realize that I don't even want to do it in case someone takes a screenshot, but you just kind of realize that you're standing like that and you're like, whoops, and then you put it down. But then to do it again.
I know.
Pretty crazy.
One thing that taught me about this whole scenario, one thing I learned about this whole scenario with Elon and the salute, it must be really hard to hail a cab in Germany. It must be so hard.
Oh, wow, I didn't even think about that.
What do they do? They must fight it off all the time because first of all, to hail a cab, you got to do it the classic way. You got to like, you don't
want them out, not down.
Yeah,
I think that's the key.
Yeah, maybe if you go hand up, wave,
maybe just a finger. I might keep it to one finger. You can't confuse one finger with a Nazi thing.
What if you do? Yeah, thumbs up. If you do thumb up.
Thumb up. Well, then they think you're trying to get a ride for free. They think you're a hitchhiker.
Isn't it crazy gestures like hand up, thumb up? Like that guy's got a positive attitude, and then put out all those other fingers. That guy hates everyone.
Got the worst attitude.
That guy's got the worst attitude. It's just amazing. Just like this.
Peace. The opposite of peace.
Good guy, loves peas, hates everybody. But anyway, so he did it twice. Now, here's the thing, okay? Everyone's making the autistic excuse. He's autistic. He's autistic. Oh, I'm sorry. He doesn't know how to be excited in public.
Okay.
Okay. To that I say, is that really the excuse these days?
Yeah.
Is that the excuse? I'm sorry. I can't be like, sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say the N-word. I just can't make eye contact, and I'm really bad in social situations.
Also, I've met a lot of autistic people in my life at this point. You know how many of them I've seen do a Nazi salute?
Half?
Yeah, actually, way too many. Now that I think, actually, I'm starting to think this is actually a pretty good argument. No, zero, none of them.
Yeah, I don't care how autistic you are. You don't do that.
No.
And maybe that's the way you prove it or not. You know, maybe that's how it is. Maybe autistic people are. I mean, maybe that's an excuse now. So someone can yell at me like, "Hey, all Latinos are lazy." I'm like, "Oh, really? Do you really mean that?" And just give him a Rubik's cube. If he solves it under a minute, I'm like, "He doesn't mean that."
Yeah.
He doesn't mean that at all. He's autistic.
He's not racist. He's autistic.
Being autistic Nazi must be tough because you're constantly looking at the audience being like, white guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, but all the trains. There's that,
Honestly, I think he's just. Honestly, if I can make an excuse for him, I think he's on the ketamine. I think he's on something. Have you seen like the head movements? He's just like this.
He does, yeah.
He's like
again.
all
I think
over the place.
I think even blaming it on the ketamine. I think he's just a bad guy.
He is a bad guy.
He's maybe a bad guy.
I don't know. You know what? He probably started out as a decent guy, but you give $500 billion to anybody. You give $500 billion to this guy, and this guy's salt of the earth. Okay, this guy's a good friend. 40% of the time I contact him. He is a good friend. He's a good man, and he's got a good heart, enlarged heart because of all the cholesterol.
Just keeps getting bigger.
His heart won't stop growing.
Won't
really,
stop getting bigger. I'm like the Grinch, except it's actually a medical issue that I really need to address, but I won't.
You give him $500 billion? I don't even know what would happen.
I'm gonna start shipping. I'm gonna find some people to say that they got to get out of the country. I don't know who yet.
I don't know who yet. This is what happened. Okay, let's just say you were to get $500 billion. I know exactly what would happen. Right? Here we go. Ready?
Okay, go ahead.
Number one thing. New owner of the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah, I'm buying the Mariners for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to believe if I get $500 billion, I'm way too focused on making the Mariners win World Series.
And you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna finally be in charge and drain the swamp of Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yes.
They need a rehaul.
They do.
They-
and what's the other? Wingstop too. I'm coming in. I'm cleaning house.
You're gonna drain the swamp.
I'm gonna drain that swamp.
You're gonna fire everyone. Like you guys are disgrace to the chicken wing. I'm gonna fix things around here.
Yep.
New president.
Make wings great again. Mawa.
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 It's like, oh my God, are you making fun of Asians? No. I just want to make chicken wings great
I just
again.
think chicken wings could be better. I think they're not that hard. I don't know why they're $40 for 12 of them.
Wait, what does Mawa stand for? Make
America wings again.
Wait, I was just like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I guess. Maybe I'm dumb.
Make American wings great again.
MAGA. Still sounds a little too
Really close, and the hat's not off enough.
Are you saying MAGA? No, I'm saying MAGA.
Okay, well, maybe he's British.
Yeah. In that case, keep your opinions to yourself, buddy.
All right? Wait a second. Make wings great again. Muega. Damn it. There's not a good one.
Muga.
Chicken wings.
Make every wing good again.
Make every wing good again. Make every wing.
Muga.
Muke.
A Muga.
He really ruined the red hat, too.
He did. I had a red hat that I used to wear all the time, and I can't wear it.
Sometimes I like on Depop and I'll see like, oh, I think I want to get like a old school garage hat, like a Pennzoil or like maybe a Michelin tire hat or whatever. I'm like, that one's cool. It's just MAGA red. I'm like,
Too red from the back. You can't tell.
I know.
You can't tell. Is this a Silver Lake Depop boy or?
I know, with the
full-blown
mustache and the thermal and the
Nazi.
denim and maybe a Carhartt jacket. It's like, oh.
Yeah. A lot of overlap.
A lot of overlap. But anyway, so let's talk about some baseball here.
Okay.
Ichiro.
Ichiro Suzuki, legend.
legend, a big part of our childhood as baseball
Yes.
fans, especially you.
Yes, especially
Must have been amazing growing up. You grew up
It
with him.
was so sick when Ichiro. Are you kidding me?
2001, right?
Ichiro came to town, and the Mariners set the single season wins record the first year he was there. We were all like, "Who knows what this guy's going to be like?"
Right.
He won the MVP.
Won the MVP as a rookie, 27 years old. In his 8th at bat, he batted 300 and never went down
Never
below
went down.
that. To all the baseball nerds out there, that's insane.
Insane. And he played for so long. He played until he was 45.
He could have pitched too, I think. He did pitch some like.
He did, yeah. Well, when they put in a position player in a garbage outcome.
I'm going to make this segment a personal note to the one person on the Hall of Fame voting committee that didn't vote him to be a unanimous as the next Hall of Fame inductee. Rotten hell.
Rotten hell. What's your fucking problem?
Who are you? What's your problem?
What's your problem?
What's your problem? Do you
What, he didn't hit enough home runs for you? You've never hit a home run in your life.
I can only assume you hate Asians.
Yeah, that's truly all I can.
You hate
that
Asians.
guy's racist.
He's
That
a
guy's
racist.
Show yourself and show that you voted for somebody else who's not white.
Yes.
Or otherwise, I'm assuming that ballot is only white players.
You know what you are? You're a HOF troll. You're a Hall of Fame troll.
Hall of Fame troll.
You're a troll for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Okay. That was Jeter got unanimous, didn't he?
No, he was also one or two. The only unanimous is Mariano Rivera. Jeter also missed one vote.
Really?
Yeah. Griffey had missing 3.
What? I don't get what the qualifications for not be unanimous. Like I don't get it. Like, is it because he was an old rookie? That doesn't matter.
We'll never know because this coward won't show his face.
This coward. He still played 18 years.
Yeah. Played 18 years. Played at a high level for 15 of them. Like it's insane. He has the single season hits record. He has more hits in one season than anybody else ever has.
I think he was the first ever Japanese position player.
Yeah.
To like become an all-star? Is that
To
correct?
play in the major leagues. He was the first position player.
No, he was not the first. I think there was a guy in San Francisco maybe he was a pitcher.
I think they were pitchers. I think he was the first position. I've been doing a lot of reading about Ichiro. I'm pretty sure he was the first position player.
I will say to all the baseball fans out there, and there's not many.
There's not many of you, period.
Which is slightly kind of sad about the sport, is that you could tell a Japanese player swing because here's the thing about the Japanese, and this is going to sound
This is just about baseball.
No, it's not.
Okay.
This is all about culture too. And when you lean in and you say when you say any kind of group and you lean in, like, here's the thing about the Japanese, all right? I've concluded this is why they play baseball the way they do.
Go on.
They're in love with Americana, like rockabilly denim or like Harley
style.
Davidson, everything, style, baseball, but they love it from a certain era. And they're playing baseball like they're all Ty Cobb. They're all slap hitters, and they play baseball like it's the 1950s.
Except for...
The racism?
Oh, I was going to say Shohei Ohtani, but...
Oh, yeah. But even his swing is kind of a slap swing, kind of like it's very similar. But he's also 6 feet. He's a big boy.
He's huge.
Yeah,
He's a massive
So they all play. They play very. What's the word I'm looking for? Very fundamental baseball. It's all about base runners and moving players along. So I'm surprised not more of them are like in the league right now. I guess I don't know. It's such and you know what? Now that with the shift is gone, you're going to see way more position players. I think.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we've already got a bunch.
We got a bunch, but there should be more. I feel.
There should be. I mean, they beat America in the last World Baseball Classic.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Shohei struck out Mike Trout to end the game. It was pretty. It was sick.
I want to go to Japan.
Yeah, I'd love to go to Japan. What would you do in Japan?
Oh, I don't know. Sushi and denim. I can see what I do here.
Yeah.
There's really no difference. Just way more Asian people.
Just
I guess.
order to communicate.
Yeah, but I think it's like 13 hours.
You'd be kind of tall there.
Wow.
That might feel nice.
Never thought of that. It's really the reason to go.
Yeah. And you're right at the source of all that denim.
Oh my God. I never thought about that. To be amongst similar people of my height.
Yeah.
Wow. And I have dark hair. From behind, I could look.
You could.
I look average.
And you could wear a red hat there and not have to worry about it.
Wow. Interesting. I wonder what the average height is in Japan. It's in America, it's 5'10".
Okay. Is that true? 5'10" for men in
I
America?
think so.
Globally, I think it's like 5'8".
Hey Siri, what's the average height of a man in Japan? No.
What?
5'2"?
That can't be
That
right.
can't be right. No. I got to move there.
Yeah, you'd be the tallest guy in Japan.
No. C'est impossible. It's impossible.
C'est impossible.
C'est impossible. The average height is 160 centimeters, 5'2" for Japanese men, which has increased over the past 10 years. Increased?
That can't be right.
So 5'11" is considered tall in Japan, seeing as the average is nowhere near that height. Buddy,
5'2" for real?
that can't be right. If that's right, I'm moving.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Oh my! I could be a professional basketball
You could
player
dunk
there.
on people.
I will dunk on people.
If they're all 5'2", they must be playing basketball with 8-foot rims.
Oh my God! I should have moved there.
Yeah, you really should have. You
know-
blew it, man. You put all that time and money into becoming an American citizen when you could be the king of Japan.
Idiot! Why did I do? I could have just went there. I've been like so tall, tower over everybody, and they're like, there he is, here he comes.
And you could have taught them so much about American rockabilly culture.
Oh my God! It must be kind of wild to be like, let's just say you grew up in Japan and you're born and raised in Japan and you never left the island, and then you go to like another country and like Sweden or something where the average height is like 6'1" or something. You must lose your mind.
I just simply wouldn't do it.
It's like a reverse Godzilla.
Yeah. Which they're familiar with.
They're familiar with culturally, yeah. But anyway, me and the wife thinking about our honeymoon. Maybe we should go to Japan.
Yeah, you should go to Japan.
Yeah, we should go to
Bring back some denim. Bring back some ramen.
Well, I think it's like I thought about maybe France, but I keep getting targeted with like, this is the cheapest year ever go to Japan.
Oh.
Flights are cheaper. It's never more affordable. Their economy's crumbling. Go over there. Have some fun.
Is this true? Is Japan in trouble?
I don't know if it's in trouble, but like I feel like their economy's not doing too well. So I don't know. There's like, it's been the cheapest you can ever go to Japan now.
Yeah, do it.
But it's a 13-hour flight.
13 hours? Is it really? From here?
Yeah, I think it's like 9 to Hawaii from LA.
No, I just did that. It was like 5.
No.
Yeah. It's like no more than 6. LA to Hawaii, it's like 6.
No.
To Maui, it's 6.
You did it?
Yeah. I was there in April.
What?
I just picked up Maddie from the airport when she came back from Maui. And I think I was surprised at how fast it was, but it was only like 5 or 6 hours.
Hey Siri, how long is the flight from LA to Japan? 11 hours and 28 minutes.
Okay, that's pretty long.
11 hours.
That's pretty long. That's a long flight.
I mean, you flew to Australia. So
Yeah.
You guys,
Yeah, I
what is
think
that?
I've done-
20 hours or something?
No, it's I don't know. I did a layover in Hawaii. I went Seattle to Hawaii and then Hawaii to Sydney, and I couldn't tell you how long either of those flights were.
So we got new Prez. I watched the whole inauguration. I will say, not to get too political, but stuff like that, but I do watch it every time since I was living in Canada. I do like the pageantry of it all. I think it's kind of cool. I don't
Okay.
know. Regardless of who it is, I'm like, it's just kind of...
I don't know. I didn't watch it. What was it?
there were
Was it rowdier than normal?
No, it was in the rotunda. It was kind of tame.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's surprising.
But all the bro oligarchs were there. All of them.
All the guys, all the boys.
All the boys, the jiu-jitsu boys,
Trump's little boys.
the Amazon boys, the AI boys, they're all there. And to them I say, guys, we love you. I mean,
Yeah, of course. Hey,
we love you.
We think you're great. I think it's so sick you got a front row at Trump's and
I love all your haircuts. I love all your HGH injections. I love
your
all
lip fillers look good.
Oh, the women you've chosen to cheat on your wife with and now marry are great.
They're phenomenal.
So
You
you're
all
doing
have such good taste.
so good taste, and we just want to be on your algorithms.
We just want a piece of the algorithm pie. Is that so much to ask?
No, it's not. So what's new with you? What else is going on?
Concert tonight.
Concert tonight. You can get drunk. You can get high.
I am gonna drink. I haven't had a drink since New
Year's?
Eve.
Really?
Yeah, we're gonna push pause on the old no drink November.
Oh, you do a dry January?
Yeah, dry January.
Oh.
And we're gonna have a couple drinks, but I don't think I'm gonna get like blotto or anything. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun to have a couple drinks.
What's the? I guess you can be. I guess how long does it take you to feel like a lightweight? A month? Where you're just like, oh no, this.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably about a month before.
Right.
Yeah, you're like, whoa, I forgot what this feels like.
In your younger days, were you like a beer with dinner kind of guy?
Not really. No.
No, it's just to get drunk.
Yeah, I was a binge drinker. As
Oh,
they say,
really?
Yeah.
What you running from, man? What were you running from?
Responsibility, growing up, kind of all the classic stuff.
Yeah.
But no, because I think because my family, my parents, they don't drink really, and so like
They don't really at all.
No.
Smokers?
No. And they're not
Really?
like sober. Like they'll have like a glass of wine at Christmas, but that's kind of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You didn't have like a dad who drank?
Yeah.
Ooh. My dad drank not a lot, but he was a wine guy. He made his own wine. Apparently the wine was not good.
Made his own wine.
Made his own wine.
Just in the backyard.
Yeah.
How involved in that process did you become?
So my dad was born and raised in Italy, and he was born in 1939. So he's an old school kind of guy, and he grew up on a farm. So my dad literally would buy specific type of grapes.
Okay, he's buying the grapes. He's not growing them.
No, he's buying the grapes. He's taking them to. He has them. He used to have this.
Stomping them.
He had this machine that was wood, and it has a press.
Okay.
And it was like really big, and it would just go like, he would just like wind it, and it would slowly press it, and then it would funnel into like buckets, and then he would have fermenting like drums of wine in the garage.
No shit.
And you could hear it crackling. When I pulled the car into the garage, he had a cover over it, and you could hear it crackling. And the whole garage smelled like vinegar/wine.
Yeah, but it stunk.
It stunk.
Did you ever get to taste this wine?
I did. It tasted so much garbage. And I was like, oh, maybe I'm just not a wine tasting
Yeah.
guy. Maybe I just don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't
My
have the palate.
palate's not sophisticated.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just want Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper.
I want Mountain Dew and vagina. I don't want this. I don't want this sour grape. So I thought, okay, well, maybe I just don't have the palate for it. And then years after he passed, I talked to an old neighbor, and when I went back home, and he's like, your dad was a good guy. He was a funny guy. I'm like, oh, cool. He used to give me wine every year. And I was like, for Christmas. Like, oh, that's nice. And he's like, between me and you, man, it tasted not good. I was like, it's my dead dad, man.
Yeah, leave me. Just lie to me.
Yeah, lie to me. He's
Tell
like,
me it's a shame I'll never get to try it
oh,
again.
too bad he's dead. It was like,
Oh, every year I think I need some of that. I need some of that Della Siepe vintage.
I could have had it right on my lips right now, but he's dead, and that I say good, but not that way. But anyway, but yeah, my dad used to make his own wine.
That is pretty cool, though. Because growing your own pot, making your own wine, if you can do that for yourself, I do think that's pretty cool, even if it tastes
Here's
like
something
doo-doo.
that you don't want to make: your own cigarettes. My dad tried that as well.
Tried making his
See, my dad said himself, he's got the cheat code. He's like, packs are expensive. I'll just buy loose tobacco.
Okay.
I'll buy the papers and the filters and the winding machine, and I'll make my own cigarettes. I will save us so much money on my crippling, unnecessary addiction. So he made the cigarettes, and I watched him do it in real time. First of all, one cigarette, at least half an hour. He didn't know what to do. This is a guy that doesn't even do his own laundry.
But he's making his own wine and cigarettes.
It's like, what are you, like, you're in jail in Goodfellas or something? So anyway.
But if it takes you a half hour to make a cigarette, that's actually kind of a good idea, because then you got to really want that cigarette.
Yeah, I really wanted the cigarettes. So I watched my dad try to figure it out, and try to figure out the machine and try to get the thing. And I was just like a kid being like, what's he doing? Okay. And I'll never forget when my mom was like, are you done? Are you still wicked? And my dad like, look, see? And he made a cigarette, and dude, the cigarette was like limp. It was like not very strong, not very sturdy at all. It was like really curved. And I watched my dad put it in his mouth and then try to light it with the bend and go, see?
just like from Marlboro. Exactly the same.
Like, I got it in the store, boy.
Oh, it's even better, actually. Actually, it's even better.
Dad, is the tobacco supposed to be sprinkling on your shirt? Oh, yeah.
If it's a good cigarette.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's a good cigarette.
Yeah, I'll say it's for later. So bad.
I used to roll my own cigarettes for a while.
No.
Yeah. Once you learn how, it's kind of easy.
But with the machine?
No, just with my fingies.
With no filter?
No, I would do a filter
Okay.
or a crutch.
Why did my dad take so long? I don't know. He tried to like...
I think, some of those contraptions I think are actually more complicated. But if you know how to roll, once you know how to do it, it's easy. It's like riding a bike.
Well, interesting.
I could roll up a fatty right now, dude.
When's the last time you had a cigarette?
Probably New Year's Eve.
Really? I can't picture the cigarette.
You can't picture me with this. You can't picture me.
As soon as you know what, dude? As soon as I see a cigarette on a friend who doesn't smoke, I just turn into my mom with my dad. I'm like, get that out of your mouth. What are you doing? You know what that does to you.
I should pay you to follow me
You're
around.
so handsome and you want to ruin it.
Slap cigarettes out of my mouth.
You're handsome and you're going to ruin it. Why would you cut years off your life? You know what? You're taking years away from me and you. I just become my mom every time a friend smokes a cigarette. Why would you do that?
Makes your breath stink. It's expensive.
Now you got to wash all your clothes. Are you happy? Don't bring that into my house. Like, buddy, we're friends.
Yeah, but it feels good.
And then someone comes up to you like, hey, how long have you been dating that little guy? Like, honestly, we just do a podcast together. Oh, it must be very successful. That's why he just wanted you to have less years in your life. No, we're actually free falling into oblivion.
Yeah, no, it's sort of a long con. He's counting on it to be around for 20 years because that's the only way we're going to build the audience we need. But we're slowly creeping up. We got 10 more followers on YouTube than we did a month ago.
Thank you.
And at that rate, we'll have enough followers to make money by the time
when we start monetizing,
52.
we're going to start monetizing right when the world's crumbling and they shut off all the power.
Right when the only currency left is Trump coin.
Yeah. Oh, man. I can't wait for us to start monetizing and we'll be literally just scrapping, fighting people for food and for energy and for clean water.
Do you have any Bitcoin?
Wow. Okay. We're there. this is what this podcast
Well, we're going to talk about DMT, ice baths, but I just
didn't know.
we'll get there.
God,
we're Joe Rogan for the left. We are what everybody's been asking for.
See, Zuck, I can see how this happened to you. It's so easy for us to slip into this world. Next thing you know, me and him are just grappling.
Don't make me jujitsu your ass right now.
It's so easy for us as straight men to just get right into that sort
We
of pocket.
radicalized ourselves.
Oh man, because all it takes is a couple questions like, "Hey, do you have Bitcoin?" And then next thing you know, we're talking about who should have won the next UFC fight. Then we're talking about other things, and
then we're saluting.
And then we're saluting.
Full on salute.
Then we're both asking for Patreon
But it's
money.
okay because we're autistic.
It's okay. We're asking for Patreon money to pay for our cyber trucks, and we're just so glad that you can finally say what you want to say in this country.
Oh yeah, thanks to our friends, the tech boys.
Tech boy, the oligarchos, olagoons, the olagoons.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's what you call Muskie, Zucks, and Bezos, the olagoons.
The olagoons. Goons is almost too
Cool?
strong and cool sounding.
No.
Yeah. The olagoofs. Huh? The olagoobers.
Olagoobers is nice.
Yeah.
Oh, the olagoobs.
Yeah, take that. That's our resistance. We
Yeah.
started calling them the olagoobers.
And thank God this is not a popular podcast. If you heard that, you'd probably slowly
Cry.
throw
Make
us into
Bezos
the.
cry, which we don't want.
want.
We actually love these guys.
We love the olagoobs.
If they're listening, and they are,
I-
we'd love to get into your algo.
Yeah, the olagoobs. I just want you to know we are proud olagoob soldiers. We
Yes.
will be your lackeys.
Yes, and we when we hire for the podcast, we will not consider diversity or inclusion or equity. No way.
Mm-hmm. I don't care if you're white with an accent. That's too much for me. Get the hell out. Oh, you're from Sweden. Too much color for me. Get out.
Did you hear about the snitch line for DEI stuff? Did you hear
No,
that
what's
news story?
that?
So there's because the Trump administration is removing any sort of DEI considerations from
Right.
anything, and they've also said if you hear about anyone secretly doing any sort of DEI, you can email this email address to like rat them out.
Right.
And so my roommate doesn't have a job right now, so he's just been sending them so many emails about someone named Dees. Just to waste somebody's time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. I'm full forward, Hey, there's a guy with a tan in my office. I'm not sure if he's hired for the right reasons. Go get him. Hey, there's a woman I'm eating with chopsticks. She could be Asian because she could not be. I don't know. Get her out of her.
Yeah, but she got a job I wanted, so That's the only reason.
There's a girl with a slight tan doing yoga and with a yoga mat walking around. She could be hired. She could not be. She probably DEI. Get it, River.
And she said no when I tried to ask her out. So get her.
Get her.
That's what it becomes. This guy's just ratting on women who wouldn't date them.
White woman could be mixed. Her hair's a little curly, and I could get rid of her.
She wouldn't date me because I'm a white guy.
Get rid of her. She hates that I tell the truth. Yeah. She hates that I say slurs, and she thinks it's not right.
She wasn't impressed that I'm a purple belt in BJJ.
Yeah, wow. So it said there's a rat line for so the DEI hires. Get rid of her.
So you can, snitch to the secret police.
Although he did sign an executive order today saying he's going to release the files about who shot JFK, RFK, and Martin Luther King Jr.
Cool.
So when that comes out, oh man,
I bet it'll be kind of nothing. I don't think it'll be anything super that we don't. I don't think there's anything in there that we don't already know. Really.
I don't really. It's funny. Like as much as we joke around this podcast, I feel like 90% of all conspiracy theories are hollow and don't really have a lot of merit and any kind of backing. They're just kind of, dare I say, how someone said this about conspiracy theories. They make dumb people feel smart.
Yeah.
So it's like how to understand the world, because I think at its core, sociologically, we want to impress our fellow man and say, hey, whether it's like, hey, I got a tip for you on how to do this or how to do that. But some people don't have that. They're, hey, did you hear what they're really doing with the drones? Mm-hmm. Did you hear what they're putting in the water? Mm-hmm. Did you hear what the phones are thinking? What the phones are listening in? Those vaccines are full of certain something that can ruin your life.
You ever heard of the moon?
Yeah. You're an idiot. You think we actually went up there?
You think it exists?
Oh, it's a sound studio in Burbank, you fucking fool. But it would be nice for those books to open, and all he sees it was a crazy gunman.
Yeah, who killed
JFK?
Martin Luther King? White people.
Yeah, a white guy with a rifle, and the lack of security because of the 1960s.
I just realized I don't know the official answer to who killed MLK.
It's fucking Al Capone.
Al Capone.
Is that Al Capone? Who killed? Hey Siri. Who killed Martin Luther King Jr.? Doesn't even know. Holy shit.
Oh, whoa. Okay, so maybe we are. Take it back. We're anticipating the release of the MLK
Siri
files.
told me, don't bark up this tree there, little mouse.
I feel real. Yeah, I feel. We better look out.
Siri's like, hang on, the president's telling us.
Yeah, and if anything happens to us, it wasn't an accident.
So yeah, maybe all the news is gonna come out. Although the drone talk kind of just went away, didn't it?
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with the drones.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I'm not worried about the drones personally. Are you worried about the air? You worried about the air these days?
Oh, the air quality. Yeah, my wife is, but she's gone. She went to Texas on a business trip, so I'm not wearing a mask. So I feel kind of cool about that.
Damn.
Are you worried?
Wife's away.
I know. Are you worried about the air quality?
A little, but not enough to do anything about it. I'm like, what am I gonna? I don't know. I could wear a mask all the time. I'm gonna forget it places.
That's the thing. We're so COVID sort of scarred. It's just like, I don't want to whip out the N95s. Oh God. Although I will say it's like a reverse COVID. I'm wearing a mask outdoors and taking them off indoors.
Yeah, that is. Wow, it is backwards.
It's like a reverse COVID.
Really turned our world upside down.
Yeah. So I'm not like desensitizing. I'm not like putting antibacterial stuff on the food. I'm putting it in my mouth.
You're just drinking glass before you go outside after you come back.
Yeah. But yeah, to all those, obviously the fires in Altadena and the Palisades, and also now it's like
there's a new one.
There's a new one. There's one by the 405 Sepulveda.
Yeah, I think that one's already out.
That one's already out. Yeah. Couldn't hang.
Yeah, couldn't hang, dude. LA's a tough place to make it. Yeah. Yeah, some of these fires, they show up, they think I was the hottest shit back in my hometown. I'm gonna take over immediately.
Some of those small fires, like I could be the next Eden fire.
Yeah.
I could be the next Palisade fire. Oh, I'm sorry, little Palisade. I'm sorry, you want to be the Palisade fire? I'm sorry, Sepulveda fire. You don't got that kind of heat.
No, an overnight sensation takes 10 years to become an overnight sensation. Okay.
Yeah. You want 20,000 acres? You got that kind of heat?
You want 20,000 acres? You better put in 20,000 hours, my friend.
Sorry, boys. There's only a few of those guys out there. You all little fires want to be something big, but You want to be in every home in that neighborhood, you better work harder. I mean, the analogy really does hold.
It really does, yeah. I think we're onto something.
Want to be in everyone's home.
We can see you from our homes.
You're spread. You leave your,
leaving your mark.
Leaving your mark in people's lungs.
Changing this town forever.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're of color.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah. And, people have to build around you, really, or build because of you. I don't know.
You're undeniable.
Got
to be undeniable. Hey, you want to make it in this town? You got to be undeniable.
But the air quality is really bad. There was moments when there was so much ash in my car. Mm-hmm. It's like it looked like LA had dandruff.
Yeah.
There was so much ash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I opened my gas tank the other day, there was ash that fell out.
Really?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, too, is that it's kind of a mindfuck because the smell of burning wood is kind of nice.
It is
kind of nice.
It did. The whole city. I mean, it was terrifying, but the whole city kind of smelled like a campfire.
Yes.
Everywhere you went, you were like, "Are we making s'mores?
Are we gonna hang out and tell stories and sing Kumbaya and have
Who's
some s'mores?
Who's got a guitar?
But no, it's like actually everyone's scared and there's ash falling from the sky.
Yeah, people have lost homes.
But it was a mind's like me and my wife. We walked back in the house after wearing our masks. We're like, Am I a bad person for saying it kind of smells nice out there?
Yeah, I kind of hope it sticks to my clothes a little bit. Just a little bit.
I kind of love that.
It smell like a little bit of a rugged, I was on a cattle drive and I set a little fire to keep myself warm at night.
Am I bad for not showering because it's in my hair and I kind of smell like I'm an outdoorsy guy and I've always wanted to be an outdoorsy guy but actually not go outdoors? Is that wrong?
Is that bad?
I don't have the will to camp or the need to camp, and I hate that there's no Wi-Fi in the campgrounds, but I do want to smell like I do camp and dress like I camp. Yes. So is it bad that I smell like a campfire?
I say no.
No.
I say no.
No.
I think it's okay.
God, I wish they could just bottle scents and you can spray it on yourself. Who's going to do that?
So that would be so weird if you had a campfire cologne.
I think they have candles.
Campfire candles?
They do have campfire candles when it smells like wood or
okay.
Yeah. Campfire cologne would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
That's like the full, complete, I'm a fake man.
Poser shit.
That's a complete circle of I wear Carhartt, I wear raw denim, I wear Red Wing boots, I have an old trucker hat.
Yeah.
And
which cologne will I put on today? Fire or garage?
Motor oil or the smell of a dirty bar floor.
Meanwhile, guys like me, we're attracting those smells all on our own.
There you go. I guess that is the complete fake.
Yeah.
Manly man is
scent.
just the scent.
Maybe a little grease. Just put a little before you leave the house. You just put a little grease on your forehead.
I don't use deodorant. I just I wash my hair with I don't know,
Gojo orange.
or just some goat milk and some fucking some olive oil or something. I don't know what they use. I had a friend that was, I got a message from my brother. Hope it's not a bad one. Let me see. My brother sends me Simpsons clips every day.
Every day? That's
every
funny.
day. Just sends me Simpsons clips.
What's this one?
I don't know, just Homer. I don't know if we can play because of copyright infringement.
Sure.
But he just sends me all the time.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
he's just sends me Simpsons clips. My brother, who's a great kid, he's literally a lot like me, if you can believe they actually made more of this. Mm-hmm. He has this sort of almost autistic kind of thing where I can say any word in the dictionary and
he'll put his hand up in a salute.
And put his hand up in a salute and just tell you what? I love you from my heart to the sky. What? I wonder if Elon will say the N-word and people are he's rapping to a song in his head.
He's autistic.
He's rapping to a song in his head. He loves Kendrick Lamar. God. But I guarantee you, my brother, if I just give him a word, just a random word in the dictionary, he can find a way to relate to a Simpsons episode.
That's pretty cool. That's a good skill to have.
If I just said, I don't know, kumquat, he could probably find a moment when Homer said kumquat or something, or some kind of something.
He's a human Frinkiac. You know about Frinkiac? No. It's a website where you can go and you can type in any line from The Simpsons and it'll pull that frame.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I used to love The Simpsons so much, man.
Yeah, it's great. It's maybe the best piece of art that America has to offer.
But it had its moment where there was a glory year between like it was the Conan O'Brien producer years when it was like monorail and like all
there
those.
were like 5 years there that were unimpeachable, and then it was kind of bad. But now I think if you've ever dropped in on a recent episode, some of them are good.
Family Guy still kicks ass.
Yeah, does it? I haven't. Every once in a while, I'll watch one on a plane because it's a great show to watch on a plane because you don't really need to pay attention, but you catch some jokes.
It's just jokes, yeah. It's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I did watch, and then listen, I definitely have trouble focusing when it comes to like movies. Like, it's very hard for me to watch a movie without my phone in my hand. I mean, like, all I take is like slow point, not enough movement, and just like I'm just on TikTok or I'm on Instagram or whatever. But I did watch The Penguin all the way through.
All the way through.
And it was great.
You liked it?
Did you like The Penguin?
I watched the first episode. I liked it, but I never really came back to it.
Yeah, Colin Farrell, unrecognizable.
Yeah, he looks
as
weird.
the Penguin.
Yeah.
4 hours in the makeup chair.
Yeah, one of the classic Hollywood star moves is if you want people to talk about how good you are of an actor, you got to make yourself uglier.
I know.
You just got to be uglier.
That's what I love about Hollywood. The uglies can't even get the roles. The hots get the ugly roles.
Get the ugly roles.
The hots.
They say, okay, we'll make him uglier.
Everyone's like, oh, Hollywood's like, okay, we got this character called the Penguin. Okay, what does he look like? He looks like
Disgusting.
disgusting, repulsive. He's got a huge scar, terrible skin,
Pock marks,
bad teeth,
extra chins, fucked up foot. And then they're like, okay, we'll bring in some people to cast. And they bring in a guy who looks like that. And everybody goes, oh, don't make me look at that guy.
And he's like, oh, who do we cast for this atrocious look? Oh, well, we're thinking Austin Butler. We're thinking Johnny Depp. Although Johnny Depp right now looks like he reads tarot cards in a small business in
Ideally,
downtown
we
LA.
cast Fabio, but he's not a great actor. So somebody who looks like Fabio.
Oh, Johnny Depp he was a hot, and now he looks like an old lady that reads tarot cards.
That's years of hard living.
Is it though? I mean, he's super rich.
Yeah, but I think during some of that Amber Heard trial, he would have for lunch.
What trial?
He had a trial with Amber Heard.
Oh my God! I thought you said Hamburglar.
Yeah, he stole all those hamburgers. Dude.
He's a Hamburglar trial. He was like, I saw him take all the burgers.
It gripped a nation for 2 years. The Hamburglar trial every day on court TV.
The Amber Heard trial, yeah, when she shit on his bed.
Shit on his bed, but also he would have for lunch he would have cocaine and a Guinness.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Promise me that we'll never get so big, and that's an easy promise.
Yeah.
Promise me that we'll never get so big that we say to ourselves, oh man, it would be really, really cool if I looked more and more like I do magic on a pirate ship. Johnny Depp is just full on magician on a pirate ship.
Yeah, he's got sort of a white lady mystic thing
Yeah.
going on.
He looks like all his doors in his homes are beaded.
Yes.
Just beaded door, whatever
He
they
looks
are.
like he follows Stevie Nicks around in a van.
Yeah, I bet you when he wakes up every day with a new bracelet appears on his arm. Just gonna have his whole arm's gonna be bracelets. I bet when you have sex with Johnny Depp, it probably lasts a long time because it's probably 5 minutes of intercourse, and the rest is just him just taking off his bracelets.
You think he's taking those off for sex?
Yeah, you're right.
I think he insists on keeping those on.
Yeah, he's like,
I think he's got one tiny little bracelet on his penis.
He's like, yeah, he actually adds bracelets when he has sex. He's like, I'm keeping the gold tooth on, and I'm adding more bracelets.
Let me go put on something more comfortable. He just comes back with arms full of bracelets.
Just naked, full of bracelets. She's like, what are you doing? Like, you're right. You're a special gal. Comes back, bracelets on the legs. Ankles for a bracelet.
Anklets all the way to the thigh.
All these guys.
Thigh-high anklets.
All these guys, they get old, they get weird and mystic looking, and then they get more bracelets.
Yeah, I think it's to distract you. So you're not looking at his face that's, declining.
I got a bracelet, like a one little red bracelet, but how far will I go?
I don't know. Yeah, you're already headed down that path. You got the bracelet.
I'm
I'm going
you.
to buy you a bracelet for your birthday.
I'm telling you right now.
You'll feel obligated to wear it.
No. I'll tell you right now. Okay, this goes for any man in entertainment. All it takes for me is if I get divorced, I start dating a woman that's half my age. I start wearing really big rancher cowboy hats, boots, jeans, a vest, a lot of jewelry. The bracelets are going to go right up to the elbow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be like, another bracelet. I'm
Give me
68
another
years
bracelet.
old. I need another bracelet.
I worry it would be necklaces for me. If I were old and had a bunch of money, I might get necklaces and rings.
Oh, my God.
I don't think bracelets are for me.
Can you imagine being like a white guy in his mid-60s?
Stop. Yes.
Hopefully. White guy, mid-60s, just a Mr. T level of necklaces.
Here's the problem. That sounds cool to
No,
me.
you can't have that many
Oh my God, I think I'd look so cool.
You can't have that many necklaces.
Imagine, I roll up. I'm 60 years old. I'm keeping it together pretty well, but my heart is expanding out of my chest. And I've got a thick black gold herringbone chain, and then I've got a piece, and it's Mr. T's head, and it sits right on this. It sits right above that, and then gold.
I think what happens is when you become, as a man, you're clinging on to your youth in whatever ways you can. Whether it's like, I'm gonna get a tattoo, I'm gonna get a motorcycle. You have this midlife crisis thing. But I think after the midlife, and now you're from 60 to like whenever you die, you start saying to yourself, you know what? I don't know why they don't just all say, I'm just going to wear a wrestling championship belt. I'm just going to wear that. I'm just going to I'm going to just wear linen, and I'm going to wear a lot of bracelets, and I'm going to wear a cowboy hat.
And a WWE Intercontinental Championship belt.
Yeah, this belongs to the Heartbreak Kid, which is me. But anyway, I think when you're old, you just start saying, fuck it.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
You don't do drugs, so your heart to explode, but maybe it's just fashion choices.
Yeah,
fuck it.
yeah. I mean, who knows?
I also feel like all this companies dating younger women when you're older. Because you feel like, I got to keep up with them. I got to be young.
I got to look young and cool.
Yeah. What do young people do? They wear tons of bracelets.
Lots of bracelets.
And a nose ring and tattoos. What time? Oh, my
chains.
God. Time's flying by.
How are we doing?
Yeah, we're at 56 minutes. Any bits? Any bitties?
I do have a bit.
I know.
I do have a bit. I left my phone.
I left my phone on my last show.
Okay. I'm not sure how to approach this bit, but so I've been every once in a while Instagram will show me amateur pedophile hunter videos.
Oh, I've seen these.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where they lure one of the dumbest people you've ever seen into a trap where he thinks he's going to have sex with a teenager or whatever. And I find these videos, I can't look. I hate that it shows them to me, but I do. I can't look away also. I find them so strange. And I think part of it is that I'm not. First of all, I don't think the amateur pedophile hunters, I don't think these are good guys. I think they're also bad.
Yeah.
And I find it weird because they are luring them into this being like, you're a pedophile, but we don't know that for sure because they were talking to an adult. You, this weird YouTuber.
Right.
So for all we know, if this guy were talking to an actual child, he would realize we don't have anything in common. I don't want to watch Skibbity Toilet.
Right. So how did that... It's going to be a tough bit to work on.
I know it is.
Because you're kind of defending the pedo.
I know.
It's kind of... Which makes you ask other questions. Like, why? So the amateur... So basically, they're amateur Chris Hansons.
Yes.
Right. Who is the GOAT?
Yes.
I love Chris Hansen.
Goated.
100% goated. God, I'd love to sit down and talk to Chris Hansen. That'd be my first guest.
I can find a way.
Can you really? Just give me a chat room, and
Yeah,
eventually
well, hey.
someone of Chris Hansen will come to me.
Yeah.
So. Listen, in all due respect, I guess these guys are doing the right thing, but they're not using law enforcement, which kind of bugs me because they're kind of just. Are they setting up these dudes to get caught?
Dude,
Which is something I've been saying for years, by the way. I'm not wrong. You're trying to get me to do something wrong.
Okay, but here's the other thing too: is these guys they trap are they're always like the dumbest guys you've ever seen.
Yeah, they're on the spectrum. These dudes.
We can't keep using that excuse. I'm not a pedophile.
Buddy, it's okay if you're a pedophile, a Nazi, and a racist, as long as you're on the spectrum and slightly. If you can't make eye contact with me, it's all void. You're pardoned from it all. But there are a lot of guys that clearly this guy lives with his parents still. He needs some help. He's mentally not all there. And I feel like some of these guys are, honestly, it's like a reverse predator thing. These guys are being some of these guys are being kind of duped into this moment. Because I've seen some of them are like, hey, buddy, who are you here to meet? And like, I'm here to meet Stacy. Oh, yeah? You gonna, and like, and the conversation.
Yes, you're talking to an adult man with the mind of a child.
Right.
Is the problem.
Yeah, and in his mind, he doesn't, and usually some of the conversations are like, in your mind, you think there must be gratuitously sexual, but I think they purposely get him there because they're like, I just want to meet you. I think you're cute and fun. Yeah, I think you're cute. Let me here. I'm not making excuses, but I am saying.
Yeah, we need to be careful about it.
I don't know. I need to see a transcript of the dialogue because did you just ask him to meet you somewhere, or did you actually say, "Are we going to have intercourse?
Yeah.
Do you have condoms?
Yeah.
Do you know that I'm this age? And would you like to?"
And is that what you're into?
Because the one thing about To Catch a Predator, they show the transcript. Like, I would love to be with you. You know this isn't illegal, right? You're not going to tell anybody, right? Of course not. But they don't. They just like find you were here to meet a 12-year-old, weren't you? I'm like, well, we're supposed to play.
The videos that end up in my feed, anyways.
We're supposed to meet. We're supposed to trade Pokemon cards. Like, yeah, right. That's code for dick, isn't it? It's like, oh god. So how are you gonna work this?
I don't know. I think that there's part of what I want to do is say that like these amateur pedophile hunters are only catching the most amateur pedophiles, and they're. I think it's in some ways good because these people, they're all bad and they're just kind of keeping each other busy.
Right.
So the pedophile hunters are also not bothering the rest of us.
Right.
And these pedophiles are, hopefully not being predators.
Right.
But I can't think of what's something like that where you, like, I was trying to think of what's something where you would give someone a fake task just to keep them occupied. I can't.
This one's a tough one because
it's really tough.
Because pedophiles are tough to make fun.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it's tough. You know what? There needs to be a catch a predator. To catch a predator. Catch a predator. You need to
catch a predator.
Yeah. So like, this guy's supposed to meet a 12-year-old girl here to trade Pokemon cards, and I'm here to arrest you for tricking him into doing that. Yeah. Like, oh my god, there's so many levels to this. That one's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah.
We'll work on that as a tweet. Twitter first.
Yeah. Well, it'll be fine on Twitter. Yeah.
Twitter will be like, I don't see the problem with any of this. She's willing. It's okay. And what else you got? That one's tough.
That one is very tough. Have I told you this joke about
the influencers at 9/11 by the tower?
Yeah. I told you.
Have you done that again yet?
I did it again. Yeah.
Has it been?
It worked okay yesterday.
I haven't seen it. That one. What was the joke? You did a totally once, and I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was that I saw a news story where a man was driving like a big truck and his brakes went out and he went through the intersection and it was a horrifying accident. And they had traffic cam footage that was terrible to watch, but then they had another angle from the inside of a man's car where he was filming like a vlog or a TikTok. So the video of this horrific traffic accident starts with a man alone in his car being like, I went back to Taco Bell to find out, do nacho fries still have aura? And then like,
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then it made me really glad that we didn't have influencers on 9/11 because you'd have a lot of like, yeah, that's right. A lot of like, where do I live? You want to see my apartment? It's right up there. Oh, no!
How much I pay for rent? I want to see my price right. Yeah, it's funny. I forgot about that bit. You do it again.
Yeah, I'm bringing it back.
Bring it back. Never forget that bit.
Never. I got a new tag. Hey, even if you didn't like that bit,
I'll never forget it. Totally on that. If you don't like that bit, but you'll never forget it. And you got to promise you'll never forget this bit. Make an oath, really.
Yeah.
I did one joke, a new bit last night. I'm working on it, but I need glasses. I've come to terms with that. I think everybody is in denial when you need glasses. Like, I don't need glasses, mm-hmm. Until one day I actually went to a Warby Parker and I went to talk to one of the ocular specialists or whatever. And she was like, she's like, what can I help you with? I'm like, I think I need glasses. And she's like, how old are you? And I went, 43. She's like, yep. Your eyes are tired. You need glasses. I'm like, wow. You don't even test me. You just shame me into glasses. And I said to her, listen, lady, you don't know me. Mm-hmm. And then she said, sir, I'm over here. That's good. Both of you don't know me. I did really well.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. Where are you?
That's a good turn.
Brent, where are you? But I did say, bitch, you don't know me. And then she said, I'm over here. Oh. And
your twin doesn't know me either.
Yeah, both of you don't know me. Anyway, here's the thing about comedy to anyone that's deep in the podcast. I came up with that bit in the hallway talking to Geoff. Geoff Plitt.
Shout out to Geoff
Plitt, the funniest Roomba in the room. Yeah. But
dedicated listener,
friend,
Roomba.
confidant. He's like a brother that owes me money. I'm like, man, I love that guy.
Oh,
but
it's almost his birthday. Hey, special happy birthday shout out to Geoff Plitt.
If you're listening to this podcast at this point, chances are either it's on in the background
or
and
you are Geoff Plitt.
He's the only one really listening at this point. Yeah.
Shout out.
Our retention after minute 50 might as well be a Patreon episode because no one is listening. We can really just yell slurs out and have salutes.
Or, try to work out a bit about how this pedophiles or maybe me. This podcast, episode minute 50 is where you get That's where it really starts cooking.
That's where you get the real good stuff, the real hot sauce. Yeah. Because no one's listening, and you can just drop a pedophile bit.
I could.
And how you think the guy got set up, and he's totally fine.
He's not. He's something's wrong with him.
No, you think it's wrong to think someone's hot. It's lit.
I'm just saying, let's not throw that label around.
You tell the forefathers didn't screw kids. Oh, and he's on your money, and he's not good enough to be right. Is that what you're saying?
He's paraphrasing. Also, I love that our shout out with Geoff is surrounded by this. Yeah, they talk about me on the podcast before and after they were defending pedophiles.
Yeah. God. So yeah, if someone were to search the word pedophile in a Google search, they'd find his name and this, link them together, do a deep dive on him, figure it out.
Hey, no such thing as bad press.
Not such thing. Yeah. Anyway. What I was getting at, I was in the hallway hanging out with our good friend Jeffrey here, and I was just dropping that bit, and he's like, "That's really funny," and it literally just came to me.
Yeah.
Just like boom, boom, boom. And then I worked out a little bit and I was like, it's there. I just got to work out some more, maybe another add-on, another tag. But sometimes I feel like, and this is a little inside baseball, don't you feel like we overthink it too much?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like most people in the audience are like, you don't have to be esoteric and weird and have a crazy twist. And I feel like because all our friends are comedians and we want our comedian friends to like us, in order for them to be like, now that's funny, that's different. It's like you have to almost be so outside the box and different to them because our palate is just so refined. Yeah. Back to wine is like most people are drinking Trader Joe's wine. We're like, ew. I mean, but really, it sells a lot.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of us are just making wine in our garage and insisting that it's good.
He's up there, man, making terrible wine. I had a good time. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Thank you so much for being part of the episode of Oh Hell Yeah. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the podcast. Hit the notification bell. Follow us on social media. And see us on tour. Phoenix, Seattle, Dallas. The tour dates are in the description of this episode. New episode every single week. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.